Hey everybody, it's me Donna. In my last video I talked about commodities, about how I feel like if the government started that up that it would help calm the SNAP crisis. It would be a way of feeding people, especially now, since so many people have been cut off of food stamps for whatever reasons, or shall I say SNAP, EBT, whatever. A lot of people have been cut off from that. And, a lot of it is based off complaints from, different areas. Some of them claiming that people are just spending the I guess, money, as you want to call it, on junk food. Stuff like that. Some people are saying that people are abusing the system. Some people are saying that people are on it for too long a period of time, blah, 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 which some of these people have valid reasons, and I can understand that. But at the same time, some of it I think is kind of petty, and some of these people are out of touch with reality and the fact that in this world, for most people, it's hard to get by. Most jobs now have kept minimum wage and just the wages in general very low, to where it is hard for people to make an honest living. And some people say, well, why don't they, it's their fault. Why didn't they go to college? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Well, you know what? A lot of people have gone to college. A lot of people, have tried to break out of their shell. But the fact is, folks, the economy is bad. Let's face it, it's bad. I hope it gets better. I really do, because I would love to see America grow and become something really great. But the fact is, at this current point, the economy is bad. Stores are closing everywhere. Everything's shutting down. So, really, a college degree is worthless. And that is the honest truth. Unless you want to go way all the way and get into deep student loan debt and become a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that that has a high pay rate, then you're pretty much wasting your time and money that you're going to have to end up paying back. Blah, 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 So that's the reality of it. And that's what some people need to understand. And I don't want to make this video into a preaching video. That's not what this video is about, but I just do want to touch upon that and everything. And I do think that there needs to be a program in place to pick up where they're cutting SNAP off. If you want to use the excuse of people using the accounts or monies or whatever term you want to use to buy junk food, in my opinion, the way to solve that is if the government actually issues commodities for people each month, to go to a center within their county or whatever and pick up a certain amount of commodities and vouchers so that they can go to the grocery store. Because let's face it, with the SNAP program being cut out, that cuts down on people going to grocery stores. That is hurting grocery stores. It's kind of a sad cycle, because if you think about it, the government does keep grocery stores in business through the SNAP program, EBT, whatever, because people were going to grocery stores and getting, food. Okay, now that they've cut that back, that is hurting grocery stores. I mean, if you look at the bottom line, that does hurt them. So I feel like in order to, I know it's not going to make, a great improvement and, everything, but if the government can find a way to give people commodities and create jobs and everything, and put people to work creating these commodities and distributing these commodities, that would be wonderful, and that would help the poor people that need it. But also, if vouchers were given to where people do go to the grocery store and pick up the rest of what they need, especially fresh products that's more complicated to deal with, it's best to let people go pick it up at their local grocery store. That would save a lot of headache for the government and everything. But If that can be done, that, in my opinion, that would be wonderful. And I feel like it would help. And just, set up guidelines. Even though there's no way to completely cut out abuse and crime of something, you can put out any program in the world. There's always going to be someone that's going to abuse it. You cannot let those people cut the whole program out for everybody. That's just dumb. And let's face the facts. If something doesn't get done about this SNAP crisis, there's going to be a lot of people who will starve, because the money that they're making at these regular jobs is not going to cut it. It does not. It might pay your electric bill and your rent, but then you have no money for food. So, I mean, that's the reality of it. Unless something gets done about the wages, then, it's going to be this way. So something will have to be done, some kind of relief. And we're already paying these taxes in, so let's use them. The government needs to use them. That's what they're being paid in for. It needs to be put for what it's used for, or otherwise it's going to be taken and used for God knows what. And that's not right. Why should we pay for something that we don't even know where in the heck it's going and what it's being used for? I think the public has the right. If we're paying it in, then it needs to go for what it's supposed to go for. And I think that this would be a good idea. That's just my point about it. Okay. So this brings me to my point of, I think it would be so cool if, this could be created. And like I said, besides our tax dollars, also create a new type of savings bond that would help pay for this. That would get it going, and it would benefit so many people. And also, I think it would be neat to add seeds to this whole thing. Set it up to where people can go and pick up seeds. And it would help kind of, especially with, so many scientists and stuff talking about food shortages and things like that all over the globe and all that. And I do see a little bit of a trend of people wanting to go kind of back to farming and gardening, at least gardening. Okay, it would be neat to set up like a seeds exchange or a seed giveaway maybe at these centers or somewhere else in a good location where people can come and pick up seeds and, do their own gardening and stuff and kind of help, feed themselves. I think that would be wonderful. And have that be paid for with this savings bond as well. Like set up different things that's good for the economy, good for people, good for farming, good for, all around. And, just have it all set up on this savings bond and give it a unique name, like maybe the Commodity and Seeds Savings Bond or something like that. And that way it will help people become a little more self-sufficient, even though they are having to rely somewhat on the government to get by because of the wages and everything. It would still help them be more self-sufficient, and they may learn a lot of things. And, especially if they're given brochures and there's some educational material put in all this. I think that it would be a really good idea. It would be really good, for them. And also it would be good to put people to work to create these brochures, to create, like I said, as well as, creating the commodity products. It might help give farmers more subsidies, shall I say, to create, food for the government for this. I mean, I really think if it's done right, it can be a really good thing. And, I'm sure other people have come up with, better ideas than this or whatever, but this is just me giving my ideas about it and wanting to share it and hope that maybe somebody somewhere in the government will listen and maybe get some good ideas from this regular person, couldn't hurt. So, but anyway, that's just something a little extra that I wanted to add to this that I didn't put in my other video. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.